Spring is here and we are outside. I want to share with y'all some perfumes that I think are perfect for spring. This fragrance does not get enough hype. This is Floriste by Florite Parfums. This house is woman-owned and all of the fragrances, the lineup is phenomenal. I would say a city floral, and what I mean by that is it does not give me backyard garden type florals. It gives me, think Sex in the City vibe, that more metropolitan, very chic, very modern. That's what I get with Floriste. Let me know if you've had any fragrances from Florite, or if you own Floriste, by the way. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are about this fragrance. Now, performance-wise, Floriste for me is good. I get about 4 to 5 hours. If I spray it on my clothes, it lasts even longer. And it always elevates my mood as well. So it's an elevated floral and it's also a mood elevator. So this is Floriste, a great spring perfume. When we think of spring, when I think of spring anyways, I think outdoors, I think enjoying the moods, relaxing, I think flowers growing, people out gardening, all that type of stuff. I also think vacation. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks vacation when it comes to spring. And this is the first time or the first vacation period for the year. And you may go on beaches and stuff. Santal Complete, I actually really like this. It's very easygoing. It's a nice vacation. Martha's Vineyard, then going to the beach, you know, where you're just chilling. And as you can see, Santal Complete by Fragrance du Bois is almost gone. I nurse this fragrance because I just don't want to pay for another bottle, point blank period, okay? But anyways, Santal Complete, I actually really like this. It's very easygoing. A sandalwood heavy fragrance, but not heavy as in it weighs you down. It's just sandalwood forward. That's what I meant to say. This is Santal Complete, and this is by Fragrance du Bois. Here's another spring fragrance that I really like, and this is Gardenia by Raja Dove. This is a floral. You have a lot of bergamot in Raja Dove fragrances, but then it is complemented by the second and third layer of notes, which is a lot of notes. If you are outdoors or you're going to a wedding or something, it is really appropriate for those type of events. So Gardenia, for me, I really like this fragrance. It's one of my favorites. In fact, most of the fragrance, you're going to hear me say that it's one of my favorites, but it's one of my favorites to wear for the spring. Number one, because it's a floral, and number two, because it's very easy, sophisticated, and elevated. Here is a spring perfume that I have not worn in a while. This is Mon Bloom by Ramon Monegal.
I almost bit my tongue with that one.
Now, I had another bottle of this and I sold that, and this is a new bottle. Ramon Monegal makes a lot of pretty fragrances. I only have 2 in my collection right now, but this is a tuberose forward fragrance. If you are a white floral lover, if you like sweet fragrances, and I'm talking about really sweet, Mon Bloom is going to fit the bill for you. This fragrance is gorgeous. I absolutely love the cap. You know, the way they design these fragrances, I really like that. Is one that I would recommend if you're a floral lover, if you're a tuberose lover, if you like jasmine, Mont Bloom would fit the bill for you for spring. There's another recommendation. Now this here is one of my favorite perfumes. This is Elixir, and this is by Raja. Of course, you see where the bottle is. Perfumes went up in price, and although I have a lot of perfumes, I'm not trying to waste them. To be honest with you, I'm not just spraying just to spray anymore, primarily because, guys, to replace these things, if I choose to replace them, it's costing a lot more than what we paid for them initially. So Elixir is a pretty citrus floral. It is long lasting on my skin and even more so on my clothing. Initially, when I got this fragrance, I don't think I was smelling it, but everyone else, hours after the fact of me spraying it, would say, hey, you smell really pretty. I did wear this a lot when I was going to work, and so I was like in an office setting, so I was getting a lot of compliments then. But I always tend to wear it during the spring time frame. That's why I'm recommending it as a spring perfume. It's also great for summer. If in anywhere that's really hot, this works really well. Elixir works really well for hotter temperatures. Let me know if you smelled it, if you own it, if you've tried it. I'd like to hear from you down in the comments. It's brand new to my collection, and this is Fleur de Fleurs, and this is by Unuit Nomad. Guys, this house has some good fragrances. I learned of this house when I went to Scent Explore. This was the first table that Pat, you know, Perfumes from Pat, she drugged me over there to that table, and I was smelling their fragrance. Fleur de Fleurs is a floral fragrance. It has a slight, and I mean slight gourmand vibe on my skin, but I found that this fragrance is very easy to wear, and that's an important aspect for me because I don't want any fragrances in my collection I have to fight with myself to wear. So this, I can find myself pulling this out during the spring, pulling it out during the summer. It's a perfume that you can pull out for the spring for any occasion, whether it be shopping, whether it's a formal occasion, a casual occasion, it doesn't matter. Fleur de Flow would fit that bill for you. The florals in here are very well blended. The other notes that complement it are also very well blended. So this brand makes really good fragrances. Again, I'm gonna ask you guys all the time, let me know if you own these fragrances, whether you try them, you like them, you love them, you hate them. I want to hear what your feedback is down in the comments. So this is Fleur de Fleurs, and this is by Unuit Nomad, and it's a great spring perfume. Another great spring fragrance is Dear Polly by Wilhelm Parfumerie. This fragrance is really pretty. It's a good spring perfume, primarily because it's an easy tea fragrance. When we're thinking spring, we're thinking tea parties. When we're thinking spring, we're thinking outside gardening. When we're thinking spring, we're thinking bicycling. When we're thinking spring, we're thinking, blossoming, how do you call it? Those blossoms, Japanese cherry blossoms, the cherry blossoms. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But with this fragrance, I think more of, it's a tea fragrance, number one, and I think it's green, and I think it's, in my opinion, very chic. That's how I would say. It's a chic green tea fragrance. Dear Polly is a fragrance that actually, in my opinion, is easy to wear to work or like casual. I would say it's a more casual fragrance, but I could see you wearing this or layering it with another fragrance to make it, a little more elevated. Again, another city chic, city floral. That's kind of how I look at it. If you've tried Dear Polly and you have any thoughts on it, please let me know down in the comments. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this fragrance. This perfume here, I am going to blame my friend May knows, because it's her fault. Her, and again, Perfumes by Pat, or was not even paying this fragrance attention, because y'all know your girl loves the pretty bottles. I love pretty bottles. And this bottle isn't like that. This is a very clean, very crisp, very straight up, we bought the juice. Scentologia is about the juice, okay? This is Synergy. My goodness. May convinced me to spray this on my skin. And this, oh my gosh, it is sweet. It is bright. It is bursting with flavor. It is effervescent. Synergy is definitely that. I definitely blended myself. I synergized with Synergy. Bottom line up front. I love this fragrance. I sprayed it on my skin. I rolled my eyes to the back of the head, and I pulled my doggone credit card out. That's how it was. Point blank period. This fragrance surprised the heck out of me, because I'm looking at the bottle. I'm like, it's probably not all of that. But child, it is all of that in a bag of chips, okay? A beautiful fragrance for spring, summer, fall, winter. But I think it's better for the summertime. It's better for the springtime. When you're outside, when it's hot and warm, it's going to definitely blossom on your skin or on your clothing, however you like to wear fragrances. So this is Synergy by Scentologia. So I don't want to overload you, but I have to mention this fragrance again. This is Baciami. This is by Bulgari. This is a beautiful fragrance. There are just a few notes in this fragrance, but I think it's a beautiful spring perfume, primarily because it's floral. It's a white floral, a little bit of yellow florals in there too. Sweet. Actually elevates other fragrances when you layer it with other fragrances, but I am preferring to wear this fragrance by itself. I have tried layering it with other fragrances, but I truly do love I like white florals, I think. That's probably why I like wearing Baciami by itself. I know it's not for everybody. Nothing's for everybody, right? So just take that with a grain of salt. This is Bergholz Eau de Parfum. I think it's a good spring perfume because it's bright, it's slightly effervescent. It's not totally bubbly like champagne scent, nothing like that. It just has a bright, citrusy, floral vibe to me. I think more citrus than anything else. I really like the way this smells. It's very clean. It's very crisp. This is Bergholz Eau de Parfum, and it is a beautiful spring perfume that I will be wearing. I am a firm believer that you wear what you want when you want, but these fragrances that I talked about today, I believe are perfect for the springtime. You can wear them all throughout the year, so you're not relegated. You don't have to stay within the constraints of a month or a time period or a season. Just please keep that in mind. Fragrance is meant to be worn. Perfumes are meant to be enjoyed. These just happen to be perfumes that I recommend for the spring. Now, I do have a tray downstairs with a whole bunch of fragrances that I'm wearing for this month, and they're spring related as well. If you're here for the first time, perfume is not my only niche. It's just the niche that I'm around a lot. But I really want to say hello and thank you for joining me today if you made it this far. These perfumes that I talked about today, these spring perfumes are perfumes that I recommended only because I do not see it being recommended too often on all the other videos, the spring videos that I've been watching, spring perfume videos, I don't really see a lot of these perfumes being recommended. That is why I wanted to share with you today these spring perfumes. Now keep in mind, you don't have to wear these just during the spring. You see all of these perfumes, you wear what you want, when you want, and how you want. Don't let me or anybody else tell you differently, okay? These are just spring perfume recommendations. In case you have not discovered them before, brands you have not discovered before, you can go check it out, get some samples, and see if they're, your thing. If you found any of this useful today, please hit the like button if you like today's videos. Subscribe to the channel if you're vibing with my content. I do a little bit of beauty and some other lifestyle and stuff as well, but mostly fragrance is where it's at on this channel. Again, thanks so much for watching today. I would love to see you in the next video, so please take care. Bye.